Welcome back to my channel after my accidental hiatus. I'm Mar, and today we're going to continue Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Let's see what's inside.
Trying to remember where we are. Oh yeah, okay, I remember where we are. All good. That was definitely a skippable scene, I could tell. There's something in here I need to remember to steal from, because I didn't the first time. Anyway, yeah, let's have them stop fighting over Cloud, because we've got stuff to do, guys. Come on.
Look! Over there!
It's just a Ghoster 3, it's fine. I'm always so baffled by the run speed changes in this in different places, because none of them make sense. Every once in a while, dropping me down to just walking makes sense, but the vast majority of them make no sense at all. I should have Cloud switch his elemental to fire, because everything for a while is going to be strong against ice and weak against fire. And so I should, you know, take advantage of that now. Or just get hit in the face. I mean, that's an option too, you know? Let's never forget that getting hit in the face is always an option for me. Anyway, it's currently being rude by being largely invulnerable to what I'm doing to it, and I don't approve of this. And I have to ask myself, why am I using Cloud anyway? I mean, it's standing still, but I should use Blade Burst. That's the better choice against ghosts.
Keep it up.
Anyway, I should be using Aerith. Just in general.
This one's for you!
She should pretty much always be set as the leader, because she's just the better choice. Just numerically, she's the best. Maybe not numerically, but she is the best. So I'm going to declare her the best and not pay attention to any evidence that might come up that is contrary to this. Mostly just because being ranged and AoE is just such a good benefit. Like, I think overall I like Tifa better as a character, but Aerith is just so much more useful in combat. And more fun to play. Oh hey, these things are weak against ice. Good for you, Clyde, you get to be helpful. Aren't you happy?
Gotta go for it now.
Anyway, let's just remove that thing from existence. Or just entirely miss for most of that, I guess. I mean, either is fine. Either is fine, game.
Something will be fine.
All right.
Go on!
Okay, how about you just die?
That's that.
That's that. That's it!
What was that weird angle change there?
See ya.
Okay, Aerith, unleash the might of healing on the team, please. Thanks. Aerith with them casual full heals. I don't know why I ran this way. That is the wrong way. Let's go back over here. Yeah, that door is gonna close, and in a second this one will open. Do I have to interact with them?
What now?
Yeah, now this door opens, right? You can't skip that. You cannot skip this text in any way. I'm made of sadness. You know, I think that would have been an interesting concept for this. And I think people would have liked how much this game... Oh, okay, fine. Right. Train car goes up.
Guess the crane's up there.
Oh. But an interesting concept for this, considering how to put this? Considering how they did all the environments and everything. An interesting concept for this would have been to have it be more like, to have it be first person, and give it more of a feel like something like BioShock or something like that. Because like if you actually look at like a lot of the way the scenery in this looks, like they're going for that same kind of style, not so much in the specifics of it. So like obviously this is like the only section they're going for horror, but in like the grandness of the environment and focusing so much on the environment as telling a story. Especially considering that at this point,
I found you.
Cloud in particular is not a very strong character in the beginning.
Come on.
So it would make more sense to have it be to have like most of your exploration, since they always revert to Cloud anyway for exploration, to have all of that be first person from Cloud's perspective. And I think that would have been a really interesting thing for them to do. I'm not necessarily sure, like, you know, that's one of those things that's like, it sounds really interesting, but, you know, actually executing well on that would have been a real challenge. Eat this. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Go to the graveyard. Oh, that one's immune to physical, huh?
Take the lead.
Here goes.
Go you, Aerith. Aerith's only downside is that things can make themselves immune to magic.
I'll take care of you.
I still think it's entirely rude that enemies can just make themselves immune to magic. And I'm pretty sure Aerith being OP is the only reason that ability exists.
Go on.
And probably to make you actually equip some magic on Cloud. So that way if an enemy does the opposite, Cloud can still do something.
Gotta go for it now. Sorry, but I gotta.
There we go. Another enemy defeated. I do not remember the fastest path through this area, so chances are I will likely accidentally go the wrong way somewhere in here. But, oh well. You know, it'll happen. Well, I'll just have to live with it.
Do you think there's more in here? Looks like. Aha! Found you.
Did you have to find them though?
Go on.
Like, was finding them necessary? 'Cause I don't think it was.
Ready?
Or like I just don't think that finding this ghost was a necessary part of our day. You know?
It's your turn. Let me handle this. Get him.
Anyway, it's trapped in a corner and it's gonna get hit by Star Shower and survive because it wasn't staggered yet, but it's fine. It'll die soon enough. So yeah, let's continue on here. Yeah, I'm really not sure how to... Oh, right, I remember what I have to do here. I have to go down this way, over here. Also, may I just say that I'm so happy that more games have been using the, I don't think it was the first game to do it, but the first big game that I remember playing that actually used the technique well was Dark Souls. It's where you use doors that can only be opened, or doors or paths that can only be opened from one side to shorten paths. Feeling familiar. These enemies aren't close enough together for me to be doing, hey, Cloud, would you mind? Thanks.
No holding back.
Sometimes I forget that Cloud's strongest ability isn't actually an ability, it's just this. Like, the best way to deal damage as Cloud is to just attack. Unless you're gonna use magic, but the ghost spells are practically useless, so And the res spells don't deal all that much damage at this point unless something is weak to it. Which I have to say, I'm rather disappointed with the gust spells in this. They've got a decent amount of power, but their cost effectiveness is really bad. Like, comically so. In a few different ways too. Like, they take way too much time to cast. So unless you really have, you know, a good amount of time, it's not a good idea to use them. And even when you do have enough time to leisurely cast them, they just aren't mana efficient. Like, sure, they're action efficient, but you could use their cast time to charge up more actions. So they're not even really that action efficient. It's something that's like been annoying me since I first got the gullible spells, because I was like, heck yeah, fire a gut, and then I cast and I was like, wow, I am greatly disappointed now. Ow. Oh. Cool. It's immune to magic. I don't steal from this one, so anyway,
hang back.
Here, Cloud, go. It says reduced. Why is it reduced? I guess it's because technically the magic part of his attack is being eaten. Like that's the only thing I can think of, because he literally doesn't have any
I'm coming. Why don't you lead the way?
Oh, wait. Didn't know long. No, it is still immune. That was Tifa hitting it. Sad.
Good luck.
I got this.
Here goes.
Immune to physical now. Which means I should take this opportunity to wreck it with fire.
Get fired up.
Since I was silly and didn't actually switch to having... oh, it just switched to being immune to magic. That was rude. In that case, focus strike, focus thrust. Let's get this jerk closer to staggering at least.
I'm waiting.
Can you take over for me?
I'm threatening. Keep being immune to magic. Oh, I don't like being stunned. I'll be Cloud. He's not stunned. Ow. Okay then. Cloud just got straight up 100 to 0'd there without being able to move.
I can't believe you.
Like that was pretty rude, I have to say. Okay, back to being immune to physical. Don't get hit. I don't like what's about to happen. Can you not? Is it? Yeah, it's back to being immune to magic. So Tifa, go up and focus strike it.
Why don't you lead the way?
Switch to controlling Cloud, get him enough actions to... Or just get stun locked by its attacks. I mean, that's cool too. You don't need to be effective, Cloud. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need you.
Take over for me?
Or Tifa's stunned too. Crap. The only person who's not stunned is the Okay, Cloud became Very funny game.
All set.
Oh, well.
Okay. Now
That combo is really rude. And that is definitely a true statement about that combo. Aerith, now is not the time to be getting stuck on corners.
this is gonna.
Anyway, I also need to cure.
I got this.
While she's curing, switch to Cloud because... Or Or it did the thing.
I see you.
Yeah, that's fair. Aerith needs to start draining its MP because she is too low. And who else has fire equipped? Not Cloud. What about you, Tifa? That's right, I can't actually tab into that menu without the stuff to cast it. I'm just gonna slowly move to the side to avoid the combo and hope that the AI does some damage while it's focused on Cloud. No, thank you. Oh, great, forgot. I forgot that attack has two parts, and I don't know how I forgot that, but in that moment, I definitely did forget. I did not get the block off in time that I was hoping for. Hey Tifa, would you mind? And yeah, Tifa does not have fire. That's unfortunate. Though that is definitely more reason that I need to. Gosh darn it! I got up to it but couldn't. Oh, is it? It's immune physical now.
I'm coming.
Aerith, pelt it. Hey, would you mind?
You're burning up. Get him.
See, it's immune, and like on the one hand, I'd really like for it to not be immune. On the other though, I still need to be soul draining to get MP back. Oh, that's good to know. Soul drain does in fact not get me anything if it's well,
Why can't I?
that's unfortunate.
I got this.
Yeah, glad you need to keep moving and not right into the balefire. Anyway, so you're immune. You know what? Screw your piercing scream. It doesn't cancel limit breaks.
Keep it together.
I'll take care of him. All set.
Cloud and I are on the same page, as you can tell from the way he said that. Oh, well, for some reason after Cloud did that, it decided to be immune to physical attacks. I can't imagine why it would want to be immune to physical after that.
Get fired up.
And it switched to, nope, it is, yeah, it switched to immune magic, which is what I wanted. For some reason I thought it was still immune physical, but that is definitely not what that means.
Finish him off.
Okay, it will be standing still, so Infinity's End. And then Tifa, well, she doesn't have a it'll be standing still attack. Star Shower's good enough.
Enough.
And Aerith, charge up some actions and steal some MP if you can, but nope, okay, it died. I really should have expected that. When things stand still for Cloud, they tend to die. So, you know, fair enough. Anyway, boss battle finished. Let's go press the button we need to. Or did that happen in scene? I don't remember. Also, I just realized I forgot to silence my phone. So, there's that. Don't mind me as I just do that in the background. Okay, the next couple of fights I'm gonna have to focus on Aerith getting her MP back because she's a little low. Anyway, should be able to see from up here if what I needed to have happen actually happened, right? Whatever, I'll just run over. If it didn't, then oh well.
There in the dark of night will never, ever find their way back home again.
Thanks for the cheery words, Tifa.
They caught us.
I wonder. Maybe they're the ones who were caught.
Can we just drop the hole?
What if they're trapped here and can't leave?
You know, do we really have to analyze the ghosts? And yeah, that's still in the air. So button was not pressed, so I'm kind of confused as to why. Oh, there we go. Right, I forgot that there was multiple steps to this button pressing. My bad. You know, it's easy to forget when I've been skipping all the scenes, and it was like
Let's find
weeks ago that I did this the first time. You know, it's easy to forget. Okay, let's go. It was really interesting. So I just watched Alpha Rad's No Internet 3, which is effectively just a Q&A he does when there's no internet. So whenever there's no internet, he just asks for questions and records himself answering them. Presumably because a lot of his videos require him to have internet for him to do his normal content. Anyway, so what I was getting at there is that something that I found interesting is he's like, you know, he was saying that a game type that he likes to play a lot but doesn't make a lot of content out of is JRPGs, because it's harder to make content out of them. And I'm just like, man, he cares so much more about the quality of his content than I do. Because, like, you know, he was saying that, you know, that he can't make it up to the quality that he would want it to be. And I'm like, man, you care so much. I'm just sitting here recording myself talking. Like, this could be a stream and there would be no difference aside from me responding to chat.
Let's head outside.
It's one of the reasons why I'm thinking that there might be games that I like just play on stream, and things like that, like games that are either longer or just, I think, fit streaming a little better. I don't know, or just games that I feel like playing on stream, you know? We'll see. I mean, it all just depends, right? I'm still in the process of figuring out what all I'm doing. Because part of the problem is I'm trying to get some kind of balance between my desire to have played a bunch of games on here, my inevitable desire to
It's moving. Maybe now we can get to the other side.
oh man, that was such a hard puzzle. I pressed a button. I'd just like to point out that I spent not even 2 battles draining MP, and Aerith is already almost at full, and
Sorry, but we're in a rush.
just get a lot of MP from staggered enemies. Because that is why she got so much, is because
Lend me your strength.
one of the enemy, like the drakes, are really easy to stagger with magical attacks, and they're
Sorry.
switch which one I'm locked into, please. Thank you.
This one's for you. I'll take
Anyway,
that.
fill up my
Just a bit.
MP, please.
That's it.
That's what I really want.
Kinda
That
hurt.
full MP bar.
Go on.
That's what's important. These guys deal damage to MP? I'm trying to figure out why my MP is lower.
This fight's not over yet.
Like, I'm thinking that, okay, the little things on the ground need to become dead things on the ground. So Cloud's gonna make that happen real quick.
Here it comes.
Triple slash. Or get staggered. Whatever. It's fine. I'm only a little angry.
Keep it up.
As usual, Aerith has to do everything herself.
Go on.
Oh, well. I say as Aerith gets...
I got this.
Okay, lock on, you are not being helpful.
No holding back.
Downside of having that kind of lock on in these situations And part of the reason I really don't like this, the lock-on controls in this, and it is a controls problem, not a concept problem, because it's almost the same lock-on system from the Kingdom Hearts games, but it's a different button, and that makes a much bigger difference than you would think. Not just because of which one I'm more used to doing, but also just because... Do you mind, Ghost? I'm busy. I'm busy killing your... Wait. I think I see why he may have hit me.
Lend me your strength.
Oh, that's what happens. Okay. I just learned something about how draining undead works in this game. I guess it has worked that way in other Final Fantasy games, huh? So, you know, that makes sense. I just didn't know that it worked that way.
Everything's spinning.
I'm gonna go with Cure because I just need the fastest healing I can get.
That sucked.
Get him. Yeah. Good luck.
Hang back.
Okay, these guys need to die.
Come on.
Okay, I really need to actually have someone else with fire equipped. Having my only option for fire magic be Aerith is really just not treating me well this battle. It charged at me and therefore the rest of that missed it, and I'm
Gotta dig deep for this
kind of
one.
salty about it.
That's it.
Anyway. I was saying something about what I'm still trying to figure out. Yeah, so I'm trying to balance, like, my natural inclination when I play games is to
Gotta go for it now.
100% the game, if I like it. You know, I used to be 100% all games, but as I got older, I was like, I don't have enough time for this noise. And so it became like, if I enjoy the game, I'll 100% it. So my rule with games is so long as I'm enjoying playing the game, I will keep playing the game. And as soon as I stop enjoying it, I'm just not gonna bother to 100% it. Which is why games like this that are, you know, really in my ballpark, like, always get 100%ed, but games that aren't as much in my ballpark don't. Or there's a ladder somewhere around here, isn't there? Or something? Yeah, there it is. I'm like, I remember there being a ladder. But my perception score is not high enough to see it.
But we're so close, I can see it.
Hey, do you think these trains might still run?
Could give it a try.
Still so annoyed that I have to hold buttons. See, I think the reason a lot of things like that annoy me is because the rest of the game is so good that weird design decisions like that, like having to hold, they stick out like sore thumbs. And the only possible reason I can think of for those being so prevalent is if they're covering for loading, which would actually make a lot of sense if that's what they were doing. But it's still annoying, and I honestly would rather have it, well, maybe not a full loading screen, but I would rather have the game using other solutions to cover loading. And while I'm thinking about it, let's see. Steadfast block is really nice, but you know what's more important? Having fire damage right now. That's more important. So, there we go. Cloud can now handle ghosts as we're, you know, approaching the exit of the area with ghosts. But there's still a fair amount left of this area. We're definitely not leaving this episode, but that's because this episode's about to end. Can't skip that, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, it's hard to balance my desire to 100% games and my desire to be a Let's Play channel that doesn't do what a lot of channels do, which is, you know, cut out the boring parts. And I'm like, no, because honestly, as a viewer, that's always bothered me. It's part of the reason I prefer streamers to straight Let's Players, unless I'm watching really heavily edited content, like AlphaRad's stuff and AlphaRad Donkey, people who do that kind of like really heavily edited content where, you know, you aren't really looking at, you know, watching them play the whole game. Like, that's not the point of their content. It's not even close to the point. And I will finish that thought next episode, I guess, because we're at the 30-minute mark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.